Hello, it's Jonathan at the Piano Lesson. Hope you guys are doing well. I have a fun little tune to share with you. Maybe two, and maybe something a little microphone test. There's a really fun tune. It's kind of a blues, and it's called "Things What Ain't What They Used to Be." And grammar is one of those things. No. It was a song written about 1941 by Mercer Ellington. So Mercer Ellington was Duke's son. And there was a strike going on, a union strike, and Duke wasn't able to play his music on the radio. So Mercer wrote a tune with Billy Strayhorn, and they played that song. But let me show you what it is. It's a fun little tune that you can also use for an exercise too, possibly. But let me get my bird's eye camera up here, and there we go. That should be okay. Okay. So and it's basically a 12-bar blues, but here's the tune. So it's C, all right, and you're outlining a chord, a C major chord. It's just basically an arpeggio in second inversion. So those are the notes. That extra note, that's, if you want to be picky, that's C6. So that's, well, let's call it C6. That 6 chord is kind of more of a old-timey sound. I'll call it an old-timey sound, and they're triplets. The first note is actually a rest. It's an eighth rest. 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3, 4, and that's on the and of 4. 1 and 2 and. Now, I wanted you to notice something there. You have another F arpeggio, 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3, 4, and 1 and 2 and da da. Those are eighth notes there. 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3, 4, and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and it actually, the word is anticipate. It anticipates the chord to the C. So it's these notes. I'll do it one more time. 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3, 4, and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and the rhythm there going in is also a triplet. I'll do it again. 1 triplet, and 2 and 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3, and then. Or it's a triplet there. The triplet, 3, 4, and triplet. So I'll play the whole thing now without stopping, and it's kind of this sort of boogie woogie thing. So that's the chords. People use C7 often. Notice, by the way, I'm kind of doubling with the left hand. And I'm adding a chord there. So that's the C7 chord. There's too much going on here to add chords. But that right there, that's kind of a bluesy rock and roll sound. That's your C7 and then F, or that's the 13. So there's a lot of different sounds in there. It's kind of bridging this kind of a fine line between the blues sound, the kind of a rock and roll, early rock and roll sound maybe, and a jazz sound that's really more jazz, and then that. If I do that, that's a little bit more, that's a little more gospel-y. So you can take the song in different directions. And this right here, so there's an A flat. You'll see different chords in different fake books. F. There's your F13. There's your blues, so I could choose to add another chord there. That's the 4 chord, 1, 4, 1. B flat is 4 of F. Whenever you have a chord, like a dominant chord, you can always kind of very often go back and forth between the 1 and 4. Now that's just a basic triad. So you can kind of blend these different stylistic flavors. Now here's the A flat. Now in the fake book here, they have F minor. It's not F minor. Okay, it's just not. No, it's not. But that's a better sound. It's a sharp 9, or you know, something, but it's not F minor. It's just a momentary kind of a dissonance. 1, 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and so that C is on the and of 4. It's anticipating the C chord. I meant to say this is an E. That's a really cool sound with the F maybe there. Listen to all that grunge. F, E flat, A, D, and then it's really G sharp, not A flat, but you can call it A flat. Ooh, that's a nice sound. That's jazz. And maybe you can even stick your thumb there. Ooh, yikes. That's a crunchy little chord. Now, you're not really going to find any books that are going to show you that, you know. If I had to describe it, I would have to say that it's F7 with a added 9th and a sharp 9 at the same time, and then I'm doing this or that, either one. You know, you might have the 9th and the sharp 9 and the 13. Okay. But that's what kind of made Duke's music interesting. Now sometimes I might move my hand just like that, just use the same finger. It's a different sound. It's more percussive. Instead of having to connect all the notes like classical music, you could go 2, 1, 2, 4, 5. Now, if I was playing like some Mozart, I might go 2, 1, or 2, 1, 2, 4, 5, or left hand. But I like that. I like that sound. And they're also, I'm playing them detached. And then this chord, that's what is that? That's an 11, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, right? And then the next note, That's the sharp 9. And then the G. That's a good voicing. Or maybe might be interesting. And stick that. Now I like to do this. Those are the 13 voicings. Kind of classic 13 chord voicings. B flat, A flat, D, G, B flat. That's B flat 13. B, A, D sharp, G sharp, B. C, B flat, E, A, C. That's a fun sound. Or, and then you do a turnaround. C, 1, 6, 2, 5. But maybe not those voicings. It sounds a little bit tame, right? You know. All right, let's see how we do. Let's try that again. Do one more time. So that's the basic tune. Yeah, that's my back. Yeah, I'm back. That's kind of the basic tune. Now that you got to hear the tune and you got to hear it on using the mics that I'm using, I'm just gonna do something real quick. I changed one of the mics today. Typically, I use two of these Sony omnidirectional mics, and they're beautiful mics, and they can stand head to head with any mic that I've tested them with, the Neumann or Schoeps, and they're Electret condensers. And Electret condensers. Any condenser mic requires external power. I replaced it with a dynamic mic. And the mics, I will tell you as a disclaimer, are positioned radically differently. The Sony is down below, and the dynamic mic, which is a Beyer, it's an older style, what they call a reporter's mic. So it's a little larger, but they're both omnidirectional, which is important because with a cardioid mic, cardioid mic not only rejects sound from the back, but it tends to emphasize low frequencies as you get closer to the sound source, and an omnidirectional won't do that. So I prefer those for recording, especially pianos. For sound reinforcement, that's another story. But I'm going to turn my mic off, and I'm just going to play with the dynamic mic. And then I'm going to play with the condenser mic, again, keeping in mind their different positions, and then we'll kind of compare. Talking, my mic isn't on. That's the dynamic mic. the condenser. Okay, and here's both. Here's my audio. I have no engineer. I have to engineer this all myself. That's a fun little tune. And, just wanted to share that with you today. You can find the lead sheet on the internets. And, there's another tune I wanted to talk about, which is really fascinating. And I played it the other night at a local jazz club. And I thought that I hadn't really played it in a long time, and I unfortunately screwed it up a little bit. But in fairness, it is a strange song. I probably should have looked it over, but the guys in the band, being great players, they went with me, and hopefully no one knew the difference. But I'm going to share with you this tune, the form of this tune. So, of all the things that are involved in writing a song and making a song, the most important thing really is the structure of the tune, the form of the tune. Yes, you have a melody, of course, and you have a beat and you have a meter and all those things, but it's really the form of the tune. This is called I Won't Dance, and it was written by Jerome Kern. For those of you who may not know, Jerome Kern wrote All the Things You Are, which is a really iconic song, an important jazz tune. And it was also some of the critics were Oscar Hammerstein and Otto Harbach, great lyricists, Broadway lyricists. But the tune, I'll just play a little of the tune for you. So it's, I won't dance, don't ask me. I won't dance, don't ask me. I won't dance, madam, with you. My heart won't, whoops, wrong note. My heart won't let my feet do things they should do. Now that section there, that little section, okay, is 12 bars. Typically in a song, we usually encounter 8 bars. So it's really 8 plus 4. It's almost like it has a little mini coda. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. I won't dance. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Then it repeats, but when it repeats, and here's the trick, when it repeats, you actually have another 4 measures. So it kind of repeats that. So the repeat is so you got 12 here, you have then 16, all right, and then you have the bridge. Now the bridge is in just like Jerome Kern does, modulates. This tune happens to be in the key C. Chords aren't particularly crazy. 1, 6, 2, 5, 2, 5, 1 to the subdominant 4. not a big deal. But then the bridge goes to A flat. Very interesting. So why does it go up to A flat? I was trying to think, like, how in the world does that make sense? But we're getting into the harmony now. I'll get back to that in a second. But you have 4 measures. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2. That makes sense from the key of A flat to the key of D flat. Makes sense. A fifth. Da, 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 da. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3. That's another 4. 4 and 4. And then it's almost as if it would go to, because G flat 7, dominant 7, is the 5 of what key? It's the 5 of G flat. You'd expect it would go to, G flat. It doesn't. It goes to B. And you finally get back to C. That's how he gets back to C. Now, how in the world, but it's more former measures. I'm blending form and harmony. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, 4. So that's 4 measures. And then another 4 measures. E. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, 4. I'm counting in groups of 4 measure phrases. Okay, so that bridge that's 16 bars, right? And then we go back. Oh, dance, don't ask me. Oh, no. Get this here. Then there's a little coda. And what is the coda here? So it's another 4 measures. It's 16. Da 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 dee 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 da 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 dee 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 da 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 dee da 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 dee da 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 ba dee da 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 dee da 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 da. So it's this form, but the last 4 is different. It's a little different. The musical material. And going back to the harmony, why does that B work? Well, I had to kind of think about that, but here's my take on this. So you're going from C, and then you're going up to A flat, that flat 6. Now I put A flat minor 7, D flat 7, doesn't matter really. Then the B. Well, if you notice, B major is the top part of the A flat minor 7 chord. It's the top part of the 2/5 of the 2. It's almost as if we're going backwards in time and revisiting that cadence that would have been, and this is the term they use in music, it's deceptive cadence, to deceive, to fool. That deceptive cadence to G flat, we're not going to G flat, and maybe we're going to take the elements of that A flat minor chord and we're going to just change the root and then make that into a dominant. Now, again, typically you would expect it to go to E. B is the 5 of E. Well, the melody's E. That C is odd. C, and then E. Oh, here's your E. There's your E. The E7, and rather than going to A7 as you would expect, it goes to minor. It goes to the key of A minor briefly. Really interesting song. Very typical of something that one might expect from the great Jerome Kern. Okay, well, I guess that's it for today. I hope you guys had fun. Another little nerdy comment, by the way, back to the mics. When I do use my mics, I use the two Sony mics, and I typically hard pan them left and right, and then I blend those two sounds. But today's in mono. You'll if you're into audio, you'll maybe put on some headphones, and maybe something will come of this. Okay, I'm going to run. Hope you guys having a great summer. Thank you for all the posting, by the way. I've been very bad at responding to people, but thank you for the posts, especially Francesco. Thank you very much. And we'll see you next time. Okay, this is Jonathan at the Piano Lesson. Take care, and send me an email if you'd like. Bye-bye.